Hi, I'm Terry from Bed and Biscuits Boarding and Training Facility. This is Astro. He's done really good. If you notice through this, I've just got any old leash. Actually, it's a leash turned around backwards, looped over his neck. There's no collar whatsoever. We did train him with a different collar, a prong collar, but there's no need for that anymore. He is, I say that. If you take him out somewhere and you predict it's going to be there's other dogs and you really got a lot of other distractions, I would go ahead and take that prong collar if you have one, or you can get one from me and put that on him when you take him, and he listens very good to that. But I just am doing this just to show you how good he's doing with just nothing but a leash wrapped around his neck. I'm going to teach the hand signals as well as the verbal commands as I go through all this. Hand signal to sit is bring your hand up like that. Stay is put the palm of your hand in his face, no matter how far away you are or how close. Come is bring your hand to your chest as you tell him to come. And down, lay down, you put your finger right to the ground and tell him to lay down. Get him in a sit like this, point to the ground. We're going to go through all these things. I just want to point out the hand signals first. When we return, we'll start out with a heel unleash. Good boy. Okay, through all these exercises, I think we talked about it. You chose, which I probably recommended, the dog to be at your left side through all this. Whenever you walk him or heel him at home or wherever, he's always at your left side. If you put him on your right side, sometimes left side, the other times, he's going to be trying to cross over in front of you, behind you. So we got him at the left side, any kind of leash. You don't want to haul him around like this and pull him. Leave it loose. Have him sit. Okay, he's sitting. And when you start walking, just ask him to heel. When you stop walking, he should sit beside you. Okay, if he doesn't, make him sit. I'll show you. Let's see how he does. You ready? Okay, heel. Good boy. As you stop, guess what? He sits. Good boy. Heel. Good boy. Leaving it loose. If I feel it get tight, I'm just giving a pull and release. Like I want him to stop. Instead of going ahead, I'm just pulling and release. He sits on his own because he knows I'm stopped. Praise your dog. Good boy. Okay, we've worked really hard at his stays. He still is a little persistent, but do not give up. That's an important part that you can do at home, and I've done here. I put him in a sit, tell him to stay, and I walk to the end of the leash. I don't recommend it at first, and I know you can do it at home, but the minute he gets up and wanders off or races off, when you let the leash go and let it land on the ground, you've actually lost ground instead of made any progress. So we don't want that to happen. Do not set him up for failure that way. I put him in a sit at my left side, tell him to stay, walk the end of the leash, and I've been leaving him there for a little bit because he does still like to come to you. He does not like to stay for any length of time. So I've been working at that because it's very important that he learns it. He knows it. He's very smart, but he sometimes chooses not to listen. Okay, let's see how he does. Sit, stay, stay, stay. I don't have a very long leash this time. Sometimes I got a much longer one. Stay. But I've been making him stay for a decent amount of time. Stay. Reinforce stay whenever you need to. Stay. If he even looks like he's going to move, stay. Then return back. Do not release him till you get all the way back. Stay. Stay. And then stand here. Stay. So he doesn't anticipate you coming back and move before you get there. Then release him. Free is what I tell him. Good boy. Free. Good boy. Okay, this is going to be Astro's down stay. Very much like the sit. You're going to put him in a sit at your left side. Turn and face him. You're going to put your finger right to the ground and tell him to down. He already knows what I'm talking about, don't you, baby? And then he's going to try to pop up. So make sure you reinforce the words stay as you walk away, okay? And if he does pop up or try to follow you, don't give up, ever. Come back, put him back. Don't put him up there and start over. Put him right back to where you started and do it over again. You don't stop, you don't finish until you've kind of won. Otherwise, he's way too smart to forget that, and he'll try to do it every single time. Hey, you ready? Down. Stay. 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 Usually I got a longer leash. Stay. 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 And again, if you go back to him and he pops up before you get there, put him right back down. You want to get all the way back, stay. And stand there just like you were before you left him, and then you release him. Stay. 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 Free. Good boy. Sit. Praise your dog. Good boy. Okay, the last thing is going to be the recall. I'm going to put him in a sit and stay. I'm going to walk to the end of the leash and call him. And I know sometimes you do this, sometimes you lay the leash on the ground and call him, but don't set him up for failure, because the minute he fails, you've lost ground. Obviously he wants to go to my camera woman over there. Hey, Astro, come on. So I'm going to call him the opposite direction, just to make him listen. Hey, Astro, come here. I know you like her. She's not all that, okay? Now, stay. Stay. When you're ready, not when he's ready, bring your hand to your chest and tell him to C-O-M-E. Stay. Astro, come. Exercise finished. Praise your dog. Good boy. Okay, for a whole, Astro's done very, very well. Extremely. He's very, very smart, as you well know. And for me to do all this with just nothing but the leash wrapped around his neck, he's very, very, very capable of being an off leash without a leash at all. He could be trained that. Very good. He could be very good at that. As a matter of fact, I hope sometime in the future you do choose to do that, because not all dogs are cut out for that, but he definitely is. Really good dog, and to not be neutered, it's almost unheard of. I mean, gosh, later on after you breed him, and then if you did neuter him, he would be even better. I mean, if there's such things. So I'm really going to miss him when he goes home, for sure. But hopefully he'll come back and visit us. But anyway, going through the doorways in and out of the kennel, I make him sit and stay. And matter of fact, when we go back in every day, usually coming in and out, I don't even use a leash. I tell him to sit and stay. I open the door, tell him to stay. Then I tell him okay, and he comes through, goes all the way back to his run. And he does really well. So I don't just open the door, in other words, and let him go through it, because he learns that we go through it first, then he goes through. He's totally good with that. The heel on leash, you've seen he's great with that. Just practice this stuff at home, but I wouldn't do any more than like 10 minutes at home. I think I mentioned that the other day when you were here. It's easy to not realize it. You're 30 minutes into working with him. He'll get so he doesn't like. Most dogs will get so they don't like the training, and you don't want that. That's the worst thing you can do. So you want him to be happy and want to train and want to learn more. So 10 minutes, 15 tops every time you do it, 3 times a day if you want. Don't exceed 10 or 15 minutes. Make sure, if you got to set a timer, do that. Very easy to go beyond that, and you'll wonder why your dog shows no desire to do it anymore at one point. So anyway, thank you for allowing me to train him. I really have enjoyed training him. He's an awesome dog. Thank you.